Ho ho ho! Smelly Smithmas! Hello Gravy Timmies and welcome back to December, where we're taking a look at some focus trees that just ain't up to scratch. And this one in specific is going to be a bit more than the focus tree we'll be focusing on today. But yes, I hope you're all having a wonderful December so far. Hopefully nothing horrific has happened, like the world ending, as I am pre-recording this before December. If you're currently in some sort of lifeboat and the world has flooded, and you are running out of H2O, somehow this video has gone to you, and just remember, things could be worse. I could be in the lifeboat with you. Alright, you know them. You love them. Wait, I hope you don't love them. It's the German Reich! Now, you remember a little series called Hoi for A to Z. You'd remember that we had a lot of trouble with a certain focus in the German tree. Yep, that's right. It would be the Democratic Germany tree. Now, there is a lot of stuff in the Democratic Germany tree that is somewhat cool, I guess, but it is also a Democratic Germany tree, which didn't lead to many fun interactions in my Hoi for A to Z series, especially when we turn historical AI off. But there's a double whammy with what we're doing today, because I don't just want to cover the Democratic Germany tree, I also want to cover a formable nation that not a lot of people do, which means I guess we won't be going Democratic just yet. I've covered many times the overpowered Germany strats of beating the Allies immediately and taking out the Netherlands to get the rubber, which is exactly what we're going to be doing today, funnily enough, but with a twist. Twist being, I'm not doing it at all and I'm going to kill the French immediately. This is what I'd call a very unhealthy way to look at your starting production as Germany. I'm assuming you can probably figure out where this one's going. So we are ready. We are not going to push though. We're just going to wait. We're going to let the French move in a bit, because obviously we can remilitarize the Rhineland. We can't do that focus or it'll ruin everything. It's like the army redeployed fast enough anyway that they didn't push in, which is fine. Now we need to make sure that we win the air war, and then we're gonna wait another few days for this to kick off, and we're gonna land in Paris. Hey, let's see if we get this, shall we? Didn't even have time to record it. It happened so fast. All right, there goes France. There you go. I didn't even get off all my guys, but I did get the one that mattered, which is the little fella in Paris. Yeah, not quite done yet though. I did also steal the French fleet in that little conflict we had. Can't really call it a war. I just sort of appeared in Paris. But we do have their fleet now, which should come in mighty handy for dealing with another threat we might have, which I may or may not be preemptively already getting ready for. Don't mind if I do. Eaten up the Benelux, so now I'm having a peaceful invitation for a dinner party in Austria. Well, actually, hold on, so this doesn't look too peaceful at all. I may have lied. Last but not least, a wonderful vacation to Portsmouth. See, I'm employing the old-fashioned, trusted method of German diplomacy of importing all of my oil from the Russians. That definitely won't come back to buy me later. Time for peace in Europe. It is adding resource rights in peace deals is probably the best thing that they've added from this game, simply from the fact you won't have to deal with raising the autonomy from your subjects now, as you can just take the resource before you start trading with them. Hey, nice. Now, when I said peace in Europe, I did straight up lie there. In fact, I think we're probably about to throw ourselves into the largest amount of instability Europe has ever seen. Because we're going to war with the Italians, and then after that we're going to war with ourselves. Look at that, the little tank that could. He got pretty far. Right, there you go. Italy is dead. We are going to have to quickly annex the puppet Italy that forms now in the new DLC, so give me a minute. I also just realized that yeah, why is that a thing? Actually, to make this even more cursed than I originally was going to do, I'm going to annex all my subjects too. Don't worry, it all will come together soon, don't you worry. Alright, I may have ever so slightly ran out of PP, so I'm just going to do Canada, and then, I'm sorry Ethiopia, I'm going to leave you behind. Yeah, you see the title of the video is, you know, showing off some cursed old history focus trees that not a lot of people do, and also a formable nation, which currently is being held hostage hostage by the fact it's gonna take me like 2 billion political power to annex Ethiopia. There we go, and yeah, we're gonna see what's about to happen with Ethiopia. Alright, now that I have annexed everything I have wanted to annex, it's time to go ahead and hit another button, one that we have yet to hit. Alright, so this is gonna put us in a civil war, by the way, and we have a very large country now, so I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna look. Okay. Please tell me I got the... Yes, I got all of the land. Thank God, I was expecting half of my empire to literally disappear. And, that is why I annexed my puppets, by the way, otherwise they would have stayed with the other Germany. So now the Ethiopian empire has gone wild. That is pretty much the civil war wrapped up and done with. Nice. Right, boom, now that we have dealt with the fascist scum and made our country... well, not quite democratic yet. I mean, there's literally just an old dude with a skull on his hat, so I don't think we're the good guys yet. Right. Democratic Germany time. Alright, now we've done the monarchy compromise, we are a democratic nation. A free Germany, which... just a few years ago may have murdered a lot of people, but we're just going to ignore that. But more importantly, we can now realize European unity and create a united Europe, which means all of these European states are now our cause, which is absolutely amazing. Quite literally just jumped 100 factories right there, and look at the manpower. Right, now that you've unified Europe and you are a democratic Germany, what exactly can you do? And realistically, not a lot, because we've raised so much world tension, we can't really go down our actual focus tree here and do the Great Red Menace. Can still do some things, which we will be doing, but the most part of the democratic tree is kind of creating a quasi-European Union anyway in a faction, but this one is much better anyway. I mean, there's not a lot of reasons to ever go democratic Germany, but I guess this is one of them. This is a very powerful nation and is only about to hit 1941. It's the democratic bastion of unity in the world. I'm gonna have to start preparing for war. You see, the Russians just turned Poland communist, which I'm not about. I need Poland to build roads in. God, Japan's gonna declare war on me. I would love to join the Chinese United Front. Why? I think I did lose a bit of the Navy in the Civil War, but I have plenty of Navy to go around. I think I will become the leader of the Chinese United Front. And of course, I'm democratic now. The Americans would love to join me. There we go. One big happy family in the Chinese United Front. Kinda hoping the Americans deal with Japan. I've just sent my navy around to just, well, blow up their navy. And hopefully the AI can carry the rest. I got other stuff to deal with. Yeah, sure. Mexico could join the Chinese United Front. Why not? Just getting even more realistic, aren't they? Helping the Chinese and the Americans out a little bit with a little thing we call airspace trolling. I don't really see a plausible way that this would ever be happening, Stalin. There you go, you can really see the effect of my convoy raiding and probably all the planes blowing them into smithereens there. Alright, come on, Uncle Sam, do the work I can't be bothered to do. Well, clearly you are just not getting the hint, are you? Hey, well done, America, and it looks like they've actually gone ahead and fixed the old peace conferences that used to happen where Japan was split between 10 billion different people. Now it's just American Japan, which officially means there is only one enemy left in the world. I also just noticed what happened here. If you're wondering what exactly happens further down the democratic side of your focus tree over here, because we can't do it, we chose not to do it, we did something better instead, essentially you just get the alliance and then you can invite people into it. It's really not a lot. Safe to say, I think this might be a little bit overkill. I think democracy is the best thing ever. And I'm not just saying that because I may have conquered the world and caused 186 world tension. I'm saying it because I truly believe it. It's my European message. I believe the Chinese United Front should have China in it anymore. The Chinese Disunited Front. Looks like everyone's at war with Hungary and they joined the Comintern. I don't think I like that. Never mind, they just beat up Hungary and then left the Comintern. I think this one is going to be quite interesting. Maybe kicking them out of the Chinese United Front wasn't a good idea. They're all now going to war. Surely, you know, that won't come back to bite me in any way whatsoever. Spying on the Soviets. It's going to take me a little longer than I wanted, but alas, I guess I'll just create more tanks to roll over Hungary with. Yeah, it's safe to say I've got more than enough to get the job done today, and that is a lot of onions on my border. Screw it, let's just get this over with and see what happens. First, I've got to deal with the Soviet puppet of Hungary down here, which yeah, that's not gonna stop my tank. First things first, we have to destroy their air force so we can actually push. You know, I don't think there's much of a Soviet air force left anymore, looking at these stats right now. There go the Americans naval invading. Oh my god. Look at the... I don't think the AI's putting their best planes up right now. Okay, well, those 1,000 planes they just put up are now gone. They no longer exist. I'm not too sure why I'm waiting around. I'm gonna hit the button, we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, that is a lot of cast damage. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought might happen. I didn't really get a chance to even see the Soviet army there. As soon as Poland capitulated, it just disappeared, and then I'm left with 2.4 million casualties. I'm not even sure how I managed to get 1.3 million there. That's actually impressive on my own head. It's just all in the name of democracy and unity and Europeanness. We are the good guys. Trust me. Realized in the meantime Romania and Bulgaria are going at it. No idea what about, but more power to them. You know, I don't want to preempt victory here, but I think we may just have this one in the bag. Yeah, I forgot I owned India. For a second then I thought the British were back. Just saw a bit of red on the map. My bad. Well, from those initials, it like 1.3 million, 1.4 million casualties I took, which I'm pretty sure was just at the start of the war when I let them take East Prussia. Well, they've gone up to 4 million. I'm still around the same number. Said about probably shouldn't have released China into the world. Well, they just declared war on America and Japan. It's not my problem. Yeah, that was, well, we all knew how that was going to end. I don't really even want any of the land, so I'm just going to see what the AI does. Oh, the AI declares war on me! Well, I guess they've made the AI a bit better in peace conferences. Why did you leave them alive? Alright, I'm not gonna bother going to China. I think we've done all we really need to do here, including the war crime of the Soviet Union Peace Conference. But yes, that was the Democratic Germany tree, at least part of it. Never really got to the parts down here, which, well, actually, pretty bad. But if you do Democratic Germany like I did, it's pretty fun. Yes, if you enjoyed the video and you want to leave a like, hit the subscribe button down below, that would be much appreciated. Maybe even hit the bell. I completely forgot about the bell until someone told me the other day. Wow, YouTube, how does that work? But anyway, jingle bells, Batman smells.